Hey guys, and welcome back to Free Plugin Friday. Now last week we had a look at a guitar plugin, and today we are looking at another free guitar plugin, and that's the Audiority L12X, which is based on a old little Marshall solid state amplifier, and it actually sounds pretty cool. So at the moment I am running it into my own IR. Well, it's not my own IR, it's some Ownhammer IRs. It does have a cab sim in it, so we will have a quick look at the cab sim, but I think it's a 12-inch amp, the actual amp. Well, I'm running a 4x12, so I'm going to do most of the review with that IR on. There is plenty of great IRs you can get, some that are paid, some that are free. I will leave some free ones in the description, so, you know, those give you the options. I prefer the sound of this IR than the built-in cab sim, and I'll do that with pretty much any amp that comes with its own cab sim built in, outside of a few that come with really nice IRs, and use my own IRs just because I prefer the sound of my own IRs. So, like I said, we'll listen to the cab sim at some point, but most of the review is going to be through the Ownhammer, just so you know. Now, let's have a look at this amp. So what has it got option-wise? Well, you've got gain, obvious. You've got a 3-band EQ. You've got volume. Now you've got this contour control, which is basically a shift in the mids. It's something very common on a lot of Marshall solid state amps, and I think it was in some Marshall pedals, like the MG series has it. I think even the valve states might have had it. Yeah, it's a way of scooping your mids and such. I'm not a huge fan of what it does, but we'll have a look at how it works. And you've got this boost mod, which gives it a higher gain. So we're going to start off with this guitar. We will get some pops and clean sounds as well, maybe out of some single coils. And we'll switch to the Washburn. The Washburn video should be out by now, so go have a look at that to see what that guitar is all about. So this opening sound I had, now I do have a gate on. I've got this free 87 gate because my DI seems to be making a little bit of noise. It's just a bit hot coming in. So I've had to pad it, and then, you know, because of those gain levels, yeah, it's just a bit hot. So I'm using this gate here. You can hear there's a bit of noise with the gain, even if I turn the volume down. But yeah, that depends on your setting. I'm going to try and have a look at why that's happening. It's quality. Cables and everything, so I'm not sure what the noise is actually coming from. It might be coming from my computer. But yeah, so for the clean sounds, I'll turn the gate off for now, but this is a free gate. Again, link in the description. So let's have a look at some of the gain tones, some of the clean tones with this, and hear what we've got. So that was what I started off with. Now if we zero out everything, we'll zero it out, like go to 12 o'clock. Let's bring that gain back to 0, which clean, of course. Let's turn it up to about here, and you can hear. So it does get a little bit of crunch early on. If I put the single coil on and we switch it to the middle, so that is this neck humbucker and one coil from this. Big EQ, so we've got treble. We've got middle. That's kind of nice. Go to the bridge humbucker. Very kind of martially kind of sounding clean. Bit more middle. It's a bit honky. Let's bottom that out. And bass. So, fairly standard EQ. Now we have a look at this contour control, and then we're going to add some gain, right? So to turn it down, it gets a bit darker. Let's compensate with some treble. As you bring it up, it gets kind of change in mids. So that's kind of more effective as we put the gain up. So let's first just put the gain up, keep it here, and then we're going to use the boost mod. Let's go for a kind of crunch. Let's have a look at the contour now. So real scoops there. And as you bring it to the full, real honky, real MIDI. So maybe about here, a bit more treble, a bit more gain, and we've got a kind of Marshall crunch sound. Now, those sounds are okay, but you probably want an emulation of maybe a tube amp for those kind of crunch sounds. This is where it's really cool, is with the boost mod on and a bit more gain. So let's start with the gain all the way down, boost mod on, roll it up. Kind of where we left off, right? Way up. Back down a bit and look at this contour. And let's go for that mid-boosted kind of sound. So a bit of that, maybe with a bit of treble, a bit of bass, even more, and full. Let's just go full mid. That doesn't really work so well, so pull the mids back a bit. Bit less, bit more treble. Yeah, now we're getting a bit too much treble, but we're kind of getting there, right? Neck pickup. Don't know why I keep going back to A. Okay, now let's have a look at the actual built-in cab sim. Again, I recommend you use your NadIRs, but it does have its own sound. So I'm going to turn off air impulse, which I'm using for the cab sim, and put the cab sim on. It's got quite a different sound, a little bit more scooped, a lot more kind of low end going on. But yeah, it's also a cool sound. If kind of like really bad thrash is what you're after, it's probably good for that. Again, let's compare it to the other cab sim, the Ownhammer one. And back again. It's a little bit lower in volume, let's turn the volume up a bit. Okay, so you can hear the difference in cab sims. We're going to go back to the other one, and I'm going to change it to the Washburn for some heavier kind of stuff. So now we're in drop tuning, a little bit heavier. Go really kind of MIDI, bring that gain back. Now what I do want to maybe try is a little bit of a tube screamer. I think I have one somewhere. Audiority Dr. Drive, which is also a free plugin. It's kind of based off the Precision Drive, as you can hear. So we've got that up front. So let's just add that to the mix to see what we can get. Try some more attack. Oh yeah, now we're talking. This is kind of cool. Let's go a bit more drive. Yeah, pull this up. Back a little bit, get a bit brighter. Yeah, so with this other free drive plugin that you can get from Audiority as well, it actually is really, really cool. So that has been Audiority L12X. Now, would it be the first amp I jump on straight away? Probably not, mainly because it's not really the sound I'm usually after. I like it though. I like the sound. It's just, you know, it's a special solid state amp from Marshall. Is a particular sound. I guess I kind of prefer more kind of modern high gain Marshall, or JCM 800 or Plexi. I mean, that's my thing. But this was a really cool little amp they did, and this is a really cool version of that amp, and it's got some awesome tones, especially if you use your own IR. Although you can use the cab sim, and it's great. So go grab it while you can. Thanks for watching Free Plugin Friday. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out all the other Free Plugin Friday videos. Again, this is one of the amps I do want to put in the kind of a bit of a high gain shootout. I'm still trying to form that idea, but it's going to be happening at some point soon, so I'll announce when that's coming out. And if you haven't voted in polls, there's always polls. I'm trying to post polls all the time just to get a little bit of feedback on the channel, a little bit of what you guys are into, so go have a look at them as well, and I will see you next time.